The Game Awards 2021 happened last night, and they had an absolute banger of a trailer come out. This was the last thing I expected. This came out of absolutely nowhere. Wasn't really expecting any Star Wars anything, especially after that KOTOR reveal. I thought maybe it would go quiet for a while, we wouldn't hear anything. And I guess I kind of forgot about, was there an announcement that I might have forgotten that EA is not the sole publisher now for Star Wars games, like other developers can do it? Because obviously we had the Indiana Jones announcement with Bethesda, and now we have this, which, and we'll get to who's doing this one, but this was a huge shock. So I'm sitting there watching this, and the first few shots, you're like, I don't know what this is, and then I don't remember exactly which shot it was that clued me in that it was Star Wars, but my jaw was kind of on the floor the whole time I was watching this. I want to go back through it little by little here, just to point out some details. So yeah, you started out with this guy drumming, and he's got tattoos, and you're not expecting Star Wars when you see this, right? You're like, okay, there's an eclipse happening, and you see someone's eye. Still are unsure of what this is. And also the music in this trailer is phenomenal. Almost doesn't sound Star Warsy. It sounds a little bit like Dune music, but it's still very good. And then you get, I said I didn't know which shot clued me in. I forgot it didn't clue me in until it said Lucasfilm, and that's my first like, huh? When I was watching. And then we go a little bit farther. Shot of space. Looks gorgeous, by the way. All those god rays. Asteroid field. I don't know what any of these planets are. That unfamiliar looking ship. Looks like some kind of smuggler ship, though. Where is this? These like tops of buildings here remind me of Naboo. It looks very Naboo, but I'm not 100% sure. And then you got a guy with, I thought those were fruits. And I didn't notice it until this watch through right here, that these are like, looks like baby chicks almost. And then you got some kind of green monkey. It looks like Grookey from Pokemon. And then you got, is it a Rhodian? It looks kind of Mandalorian-ish here. And then you have Mon Calamari, guy in a hat, probably maybe almost looks like Embo. This was cool. Just a Duros with an eye patch. It's a pirate Duros. I mean, it could be. I don't. Oh wait, no, it can't be. What am I saying? It can't be Cad Bane from when it's set, which I will get to that as well. More drumming. It almost reminds me of Mad Max Fury Road. This is a gorgeous shot as well. This whole trailer had me more pulled in and intrigued than anything in Star Wars in like 5 years. It's sad, but it's true. Like, I was so enamored with this 2.5 minutes. I couldn't look away. Some kind of creature and a speeder in the background. This was like, wow, when you saw this, this is the Coruscant skyline. Never thought I'd see this again. You got the Jedi Temple room, and that's totally Yoda, right? So I think we're getting a clue of when this takes place. That looks gorgeous, too. Like, this looks like a shot straight out of Attack of the Clones. I know Attack of the Clones wasn't fully CG, but this looks like this fully CG shot could have been in that movie. Like, I bet George Lucas is looking at today's tech like, darn, I wish I'd done the movies now. Then you got these weird things that were never really a thing until Episode 7. You just had some background aliens with these basically trash cans on their heads. I don't know what they're supposed to be. This is a cool looking protocol droid. It's giving me vibes of like that early C-3PO concept art. He's got the sides moving up and down like there's flashlights, it looks like. He's got a fan in the middle of him too. Probably early protocol droid. Before they weren't like perfected. More of the Eclipse happening. This was really cool. You got two Jedis fighting. Can I go frame by frame on this? Oh, no, I can't. You got two Jedi fighting. Maybe they're training. I don't know. One green and blue blade. I don't recognize either of them, but that's got to be Naboo, right? If not Naboo, where else? I don't know. But this is giving me hardcore Phantom Menace vibes. Almost like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan fighting. Don't recognize any of these ship designs. More drumming. You got a really cool shot of those ships. A Nemoidian. Again, Phantom Menace. We're getting, this is close to Phantom Menace time. That's an awesome blade. Yellow blade with a curved handle and then a blue handle. And who are these coming to them? I don't know. Who is this? I don't know. Someone royal. Don't kill me, but I don't know exactly who these are. And also, caveat, I'm just going to spoil it right now. I don't know anything from the High Republic. I haven't looked into any of that stuff. Mostly because I don't think it's very good. At least I've heard it's not good. That's cool. Like early Trade Federation ships almost. And here, speaking of Trade Federation, I mean, here you go. It looks like Phantom Menace. Those aren't X-Wings. I don't know what are X-Wings. They aren't ARC 170s. It's pre-clones. Just drumming away. I mean, this looks amazing, doesn't it? It looks like a CG scene from like Rogue One. But it's for a game. Then this guy turns around and, oh, it's Voldemort. No. But basically gray Voldemort, but also like Voldemort who bred with a Na'vi, and they're gray, and they got like paint on them. And then this is very Dune. Somebody coming out of a black oil bath. Don't know if this is somebody significant. And then the full eclipse happens, and then it's like Star Wars Eclipse. And yeah, I was just so captivated by this trailer. And then this part blew my mind. Like, it shows all that, and then it's like, oh, by the way, Quantic Dream. And I was like, what? No, really? And then it just says StarWarsEclipse.com. So if you don't know who Quantic Dream is, I was not, like, they're the last person I expected. So that answers my questions about EA not being the only one publishing Star Wars games now, because that was a dumb idea. You limit yourself on who can use the IP. So you look at Quantic Dream, they really haven't made that much. And, you know, it is shocking. David Cage is a very controversial figure. There was a lot of controversy on some of their old games. And it's shocking to me that Disney would want to work with him. You'd think that just with how today is, everything, you don't want to be associated with people that are perceived as bad, quote unquote. So the fact that Disney is working with him is really shocking. And like, look, they've only made 5 games in 25 years. That's nuts. 24 years. And I feel like David Cage is like the main guy there. So I don't know. Some of these I don't know. The Nomad Soul from 98. Fahrenheit 2005. Heavy Rain I've heard very mixed things on. Basically all of Quantic Dream's games are super mixed. Either people love it or they hate it. So, and then Beyond Two Souls, which I hear a lot of people don't like, and there was a lot of controversy about the crew and how David Cage interacted with them. And then the last game was Detroit Become Human in 2018, and I've heard a lot of negative things about it, but also some positive things, but mostly negative. All of these games, and I just say his because I feel like he's the only one behind all of their games. They're not very interactive, his games. They're just kind of like, they're like really, really, really high budget Telltale games, from what I know. But there's like several endings, I think, and a lot of dialogue choice. So the fact that Disney would want to work with David Cage to make a Star Wars game is like one of the most baffling things I've ever heard, and I would have said there's no way that would ever happen. So they must have faith that he can do Star Wars. Like, that must have been crazy for him to be like, dude, you're giving me the Star Wars IP? Like, after 5 games that we've done? That's nuts. So I don't want to get my hopes, like, super high on this, because we know how that goes with Star Wars over the past, like, 10 years. And also, I mean, I made a video about this, I think late last year or early this year, about the endless amounts of Star Wars games that have been canceled. There's probably in the double digits now of canceled Star Wars games. So hopefully this is one that actually finally gets made. And with EA out of the way, and you have like basically a one person's vision, David Cage, you might actually get something good here. But it's just puzzling to have such a controversial figure. I mean, I don't care at all, but it's surprising that Disney doesn't care that about David Cage's past to work with him. I guess bravo for that. So that's really all I have to say about this trailer. It's not very long and it's just cinematic, but man, was I impressed with it. Did you think the same thing, that like Quantic Dream is a very bizarre choice? Oh wait. Hold on. I'm cutting myself off too early. I forgot to tell you and mention the era that it's set in. So I was so amped after this trailer, and then Jeff Keighley was like, the first game set in the High Republic era, and I was like, oh no. And now before I get some hate comments, I have not read any of the High Republic novels or comics because I've heard nothing but bad things about them. I will not soon forget the fact that there is a literal rock character in the books. A rock. When I heard that, I was like, wow, these writers have no creativity. But from what we see in this trailer, it makes sense that it's set then, because I believe High Republic is like 100 years or a couple hundred years before Phantom Menace, and Old Republic is much, much older than that. I'm not sure why they're not going back and developing Old Republic more. Maybe it's because they want to be close. They want to have recognizable things like Yoda and the Trade Federation, stuff that we remember from the movies. You got to still have the member berries. But if you go too far back, you're going to scare people because you see things that they haven't seen before, and it's not recognizable. So they want to constantly be tying to the main movies. Like, they have to always have their foot in, like, George Lucas land, which is a good thing, but also can be a bad thing if you just keep retreading the same stuff. I mean, we've seen what happened when they tried going completely their own way, and we got the sequel trilogy and Solo, so maybe this is a good thing. I don't know, but this is some of the coolest 2 minutes I've seen for Star Wars in a while. Anyway, now that I've said the thing about the High Republic, I can go back to what I was doing, which was my outro. Do you think that this is going to be a success, considering how negatively received the books have been for High Republic and how they haven't sold at all? They're like not selling. And like I asked before, is Quantic Dream a bizarre choice? Because I absolutely think so. Let me know in the comments. I'm very interested to find out more about this. I'm sure we will at some point, maybe E3 next summer. I'm on the road to 100 subscribers, so I'd appreciate it if you hit that red subscribe button. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.